Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. I'm your host Steve Jungle, and today I'm going to be doing a video, and for today's video I'm going to be doing a commentary talking about how you can actually get more wins in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 so that way you can unlock the triple play contract. Also guys, if you're enjoying today's video, don't forget to leave a like on it down below. Let's see if we can get 10 likes on today's video and that'll be absolutely amazing. And with all that out of the way, let's actually get right into the video. Now, just so you guys know, these tips are primarily for people that are going to be playing solo. So yeah, let's actually get right into the first tip. And the first tip, and that's going to be, we have to find a game mode that you're going to want to play. So one of the main things when it comes to finding a game mode, and that's going to be, you're going to want to find a game mode that's relatively short. Because if you want to get wins, you're going to want to be able to play one game after another in a relatively short amount of time. So that means that a lot of longer game modes are going to be off limits in some cases. Like, you're not going to want to be playing those too much. Game modes such as Search and Destroy, Safeguard, as well as Uplink. Those are good game modes, however the problem with them are they're actually very long game modes. Some of them can go between like 10 and 15 minutes long. So that way, if let's say you want to get like 3 wins while playing Search and Destroy, it's going to probably take you 45 minutes. However, if let's say you play a different match and it's only 5 minutes long, you can probably get closer to 10 games in that exact same amount of time. Good candidates for short matches, and that's going to be Team Deathmatch, as well as Free-for-All, Gun Game, Kill Confirmed, Fracture, things like that are very short game modes. So if you're going to want to try to get wins, I would highly recommend that you play a shorter game mode as opposed to a longer one. And another thing that you're going to want to do if you actually want to get wins, and that's going to be find a game mode where one person, i.e. yourself, can make a big difference. One problem with a lot of other game modes, and that is one person can't really make that big of a difference. Like for example, if let's say you load into a game of domination. For this example, let's say you're the only good player. You can't win the game single-handedly. You can't hold all the flags, you can't defend all the flags. So that way, even though you can be doing the best that you possibly can, if your teammates are bad, you're gonna lose the game. So what I'm trying to say, and that's find a game mode where you're not reliable on your teammates. If you're doing good, chances are your team is going to be doing good. Another good game mode for that would be Team Deathmatch, because if let's say you get 30 kills, it means that 30% of all kills for your team, if you win that game, is relying on you, which means that you're not going to be relying on other people. So that way, let's say you do have a bad team, you can still carry the team, and it's going to be a lot easier for you to get a win as opposed to maybe like Uplink, because if you want to win that game, you have to rely on your teammates, and if you don't have good teammates, then you're not going to win the game. No matter how good you play, you're probably not going to win that game unless you're playing against absolute noobs that have no clue what they're doing. You're probably not going to be able to win that game because again, you're relying on your teammates. So the last tip that I actually have for getting more wins in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 multiplayer, and that's going to be run classes that you know are going to be good. Like, you can't really slack too much. If you want to actually get wins, then you're going to have to play pretty good. So I would recommend running around with like some machine guns, assault rifles, whatever class you really like using. I would recommend that you use that. So now that we're actually getting close to the end of the video, I'm going to be summing up some of the best game modes that you can actually play to get the most wins, and that's going to be Team Deathmatch, Free-for-All, Fracture, Kill Confirmed, as well as Gun Game. Now we're going to be going over some of the things that are going to make these game modes stand out for you. So let's start from the top with Team Deathmatch. Now Team Deathmatch is really good because for one, the matches are relatively short. A normal Team Deathmatch game is probably going to be shorter than the video that you're watching right now. So that means you can actually play a lot of Team Deathmatches in a relatively short amount of time, so that way you can get a lot of wins. Secondly, you're not reliant on your team. If let's say you do really good and your teammates aren't doing too well, you can still maybe pull out that win if you're having a really good game and the enemy team isn't really that good. Another one that would be good would be Kill Confirmed because of the same reasons for Team Deathmatch. Fracture is also really good, as well as it's an extremely fast game mode. Some games of Fracture can end up being 2.5 minutes long if you're actually playing with a good team and you're on top of your game. Another good one would also be Free-for-All because for one, it counts as a win if you come in first, second, or third, as well as it's all on you, so that way you won't be pulled back by bad teammates. And the same thing goes for Gun Game. However, Gun Game is even better than Free-for-All because Gun Game, it only goes up to 20 20 kills instead of 30. So that means that the game is going to be faster, so that way you can get even more wins in a shorter amount of time. Those are going to be the best game modes when it comes to actually getting wins in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And these are the tips that I have for you if you want to get more wins, so that way you can unlock the triple play contract. And if let's say you want to get some of the new guns, I would highly recommend that you actually try to unlock that triple play contract now, because of the Days of Summer event going on for Call of Duty. We're probably going to be getting some new weapons in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 relatively soon. So if you start unlocking them now, if let's say a new gun actually comes out in maybe 2-3 weeks from now, you'll have that triple play contract ready to go, so that way you might actually get one of the new guns, and if you're on YouTube you can maybe post some videos on it. So yeah, that's really been it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please remember to leave a like, as well as subscribe if you actually found this video helpful, informative, or just downright entertaining. So yeah, that's been it for this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.
We'll be right back.